Shalom Israel, Brother Malak back with a biblical lesson. This one is entitled, Who Does the Ancient of Days Deal with on the Earth? The Creator, the Almighty Yahawah. He exists, He lives. Yahawah, ancient Paleo Hebrew. Who do he deal with? What nation is he dealing with? What nation does he deal with upon the earth? I think that's a big topic, but we have solved it and found it through the scrolls and scriptures and understand who he deals with because the Bible is exclusive. It's if you really read the Bible, you will know that it's exclusive for exclusive people. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's exclusiveness within everything, kind of. Certain animals have certain things entitled to them. Certain vegetables and fruits have certain things entitled to them. Certain people have certain things that they possess. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Joel 2:27, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. And that's the thing. You have to find out who is this mystery Israel. Well, at least when you're coming from in this modern time and age, and you pick up the scrolls, you're trying to figure out who is this chosen people, who is this special people of who the world ignorantly calls God, and then you figure it out. Why is it that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, why do they fit? Why do they seem so similar to these Israelite people? Like man, they just fit so close together. They man, it's undeniable. They are the descendants, the real true bloodline, spiritual, historical, biblical descendants of their ancestors, the Hebrew Israelites. They are the 12 tribes, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians. The Bible talks about these people going on slave ships and being cursed and being downtrodden and being envied and hated by the other nations. Whew. What other people fits this? Dang, these Negroes, these Latinos, these Native Indians, they possess these special abilities and powers and, 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 and talents and gifts. Man, they the people. They gotta be the people. They match up. They match up. And they know this. The higher ups within this society, they know who the real Israelites are. They know we are the Israelites. You look up the Russian icons, look up the Voronet icons, the old ancient icons, and you will see that they were woolly haired, afroed, woolly beard, Negroid, or Negroid looking people. And then you had you look into other, that's the Sparrows. They were Latinoid or Latino, Native Indian looking people. Brown to dark brown to black brown to all these false words and whatnot. They were melanated to lightly melanated to darkly melanated people. Joel 2:27, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. And we shouldn't be ashamed of that. Why should I be ashamed? Why should you be ashamed? Why should they be ashamed? That our God is the one that sits above on the high seat. It is what it is. We didn't pick this or make this experience like this. This was all governed by him that sits on the throne. Psalms 147. 19 through 20, he shows his word into Jacob. Who is Jacob? You have to go do your history. You just can't listen to what people say and then think what they're preaching and teaching and saying is the truth, and it's not. And I even encourage you to do your own due diligence, your own work, your own study. Don't take what I'm saying for concrete truth. Do your own work. I had to do my own work. Those that know the truth had to do their own work to understand. And then it takes a level of faith. It takes a level of faith like no other to really draw these pieces together and understand, like, wow, who else is the people? It's us. Psalms 147:19 through 20. He shows his word into Jacob, the 12 tribes, his 12 sons, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Naphtali, Gad, Reuben, Issachar, uh, etc., etc. He have not dealt so with any other nation. And as far as his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So clearly here, he deals with Jacob. He deals with Israel. He had, verse 20, he has not dealt so with any nation. Those are all the heathen nations, all the other Gentile nations. And as far as Salak, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. You got to kind of get into that, but I assume that's talking about, they're not, they wouldn't keeping the laws. I assume, as far as his judgments, his commandments, his law, they had not known them. That's why they lost and slumbering to this day. To this day. But this is why we were rose up and raised up in this time to bring the truth into Israel. The truth that has been so long hid and hidden in secrecy has finally been identified. My thing is, the people ask for truth, they want the truth, but they really don't want the truth. People hate the truth. Majority of people hate the truth. They don't want the truth. One of my favorite movie lines with Tom Cruise and I think that's Jackman, Hugh Jackman, I think. You can't handle the truth. It's one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest movie lines ever. You can't handle the truth because people can't handle the truth. This is why they like to lean on the lie because the lie feels more comfortable. Let's go with Deuteronomy 12. Deuteronomy 10 and 12. It says, "And now, Israel, what does the Lord your God require of you but to fear the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command you this day." And right now, we can't keep all of the commandments because we're scattered and through these different disparities and whatnot, and the way things are set up. So we try to keep as many of the commandments as possible, as you possibly can. But the commandments and the laws is not going to get you into the gates solely by themselves. It's faith, it's the commandments, it's the works, it's everything that goes hand in hand. It's everything. And you learn that once you read the word and understand. Because Hamashiach Yahawah came and was that blood sacrifice because originally, we couldn't keep the commandments. That's why his blood was shed. But that still doesn't uh, eradicate us keeping the commandments, because what is sin? Sin is breaking the commandments and the laws and the statutes. So, they go hand in hand. Commandments, faith, and works. It all goes hand in hand. It's the fruit of the spirits. Everything goes hand in hand. Deuteronomy 10:13, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command you this day for your good. So it was given to Israel. It was given to Jacob. It wasn't given to no other nation. That's just the truth. And we can further lean on that with Hebrews 8:8. Yahawah says, if the sun disappear, if the moon disappear, if heaven disappear, if the earth disappear, then will he get rid of his people. I still see the sun. I still see the earth. We're living here on the earth, even though these Edomites and these heathens are destroying it. Still see the stars, still see the moon, still see the sun. So that means Israel, the 12 tribes are still here. Where are they? Scattered. That's where they're at. They're scattered through the four corners, as the prophecies, as the scripture says. They will be in these last times of rulership under these heathen nations. It's just what it is. Let's grab some more scripture prophecies, shall we? Daniel 2:44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven, Yahawah, have set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. Oh, we yearn for that beautiful kingdom of righteousness, of happiness, good, amazing food, good, amazing beverages, healthy water, healthy things. A healthy earth. None of this pollution and smoke and diesel fumes and monoxides and car fumes and all this stuff that's just destroying you and the world in this beautiful place. They're just destroying it. Daniel 2:44. And in those days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. And it won't, because all the heathen nations had their time to rule. Really, we all had our time to rule. But the end of the rule that will end all rules will be the rule of Hamashiach, Yahawah, and the Israelites, the saints. And this is why when you read back in the Gospels, I think that's Matthew, but I could be wrong, where it says when the Israelite brothers and sisters, whoever that was at that time, when they asked Yahawah, have you come back to return the kingdom to all nations? No. It was stated, have you come back to return the kingdom to Israel? And what did Yahawah reply? He said, it is not for you to know the time yet, because more prophecies, more things had to be fulfilled. The elect had to be sealed. Everybody had to wake up. The world. Anyway, it says that the world will know this truth before the coming. So that's the stuff that had to be fulfilled. And then you go into the Old Testament and pull other prophecies. You'll figure out and realize that there's prophecies mentioned in the Old Testament that still has to be revealed, or not so much revealed, but manifested. So it was still work to be done before the big climax of Israel's kingdom to be reestablished. And that's what we're going through right now. Daniel 2:44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. That's not what we said. That's what the word of God said. That's what God wanted. Boo-hoo. Don't be mad and hate us. I mean, I don't get it. We're just living out life just like you are, and doing what Yahawah basically has ordained, man. It's his world. He created us. He created this. He created everything. The truth is what the truth is. And now to further expand on that, Daniel 7:14, and there was given him dominion. Who was that him? That him is big. Oh, Yahawah Hamashiach, the one they crucified, eradicated, killed off, just like they still doing to his people, killing his people, lying to his people, deceiving his people. through the food, through the water, through the school system, law system, school system, everything. It's just lying. Everything is just lies. Just lies. You live in a world full of lies. Daniel 7:14, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom that all people, all the heathen nations, all the Gentile nations and languages shall serve him. Yahawah Shai HaMashiach. He is salvation. Yahawah Shai, ancient Paleo Hebrew. Daniel 7:14, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages shall serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. That's what we look and hearken and hope for, because this kingdom is just ridiculous. Lies, murder, deceit. You work all week and then you gotta wait 7 days until you get paid. That's not how it's supposed to go in the Torah and our law. You get paid the same day you work. They strip taxes out of your money. The money is not real. I'm gonna go into all that within another lesson, but I digress. Back to the topic. Daniel 7:18, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. And that's just not even talking about, that's just the monetary system. Let's not talk about the moral system. On how you can be a A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P. and them stripping the rainbow. And that is just a bunch of wickedness in this kingdom. Daniel 7:18, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Don't get it twisted. We all sinners. And once that stuff is just everywhere, it starts to consume and pull and grab at you. But that's the fight we were fighting. And I'm not perfect. And I would never say I'm perfect. I am worthless. I am worthless. But I'm worth it. I'm walking gold. I'm from one of the tribes of Israel. Daniel 7:18, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. So there you have it, man. There's no getting around it. Until the ancient, verse 22 of Daniel 7, chapter 7, prophet Daniel, until the ancient of days came and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the Israelites, the saints are Israelites, the Israelites are saints. That the saints, Salak, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom, as it was mentioned in the verses above. Daniel 7:27, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints. The saints are the Israelites of the Most High, Yahawah, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all nations, dominions shall serve and obey him. Yahawah Shai Mashiach, because he's going to be the top elite governor of that kingdom. And I told you, we're still here. Hebrews 8:8, Jeremiah 31:31, Ezekiel, what is that? Ezekiel 25:36 or 36:25. I don't know. I forget. So many precepts and scriptures and stuff you got to remember. But that's the thing, man. He have not done away with. He have not shunned his people. Well, put it like this: he have shunned us, but it was a certain way that Elder Rakak put it. I can't remember, but he have shunned us for a little while. Put it like that. But he's coming back to gather us and to establish us. You learn that in Revelations 2:9, Revelations 3:9. So it is what it is. Yahawah only deals with Israel. Yahawah Shai is coming back to save the elect of Israel. That's just what it is. And you will have certain Gentiles, certain heathens will be salvaged. They will be salvaged to serve in the kingdom of heaven. And just for, P.S., yes, all nations will be in the kingdom of heaven. I do not preach that no nation will not be in the kingdom. Yes, who's going to build the nation? Who's going to build the kingdom? All kingdoms are built. All kingdoms have servants. So yes, all nations will be in the kingdom of heaven. Nations will be salvaged on this side to bring back nations to build the kingdom, essentially. Just what it is. Just like, a heathen guy told me, man, slavery and building and warring and all these things have been in times before we came here, before Yahawah dropped our spirits down here. This stuff has been taking place and taking action and taking course. And I understand that because it's all governed by Yahawah. But this is what everybody needs to understand. That utopia that people are looking for, that rest, it will be established in the kingdom of heaven. Yahawah Shai HaMashiach and the Israelites will be the rulers of that, the governors of that. And every nation will have their own suffice. But it's but the recompenses and judgments and these things have to take its course first for this to happen. And that's what people don't want to comprehend or want to fathom. Because God's children, these nations have done a lot to God's children. You think He's just going to let all that slide like that? I think not. And with that, I want to say, Call Halayim La Yahawah Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Kadash. Glory to Yahawah. Glory to Yahweh Shai. Glory to the righteous powers that live above us.